Hey, my babies, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Raya J, and I'm back with another video. Today is Wednesday, my babies. I hope all is well with you all. All is well with me. And I hope we all are continuing to stay about happiness, peace, and love. And I hope we all are continuing to stay determined, motivated, and focused. And I hope we all are continuing to walk in the alignment of stars that Allah has for us. So, in today's video, my babies, I'm going to be sharing my theory on on why both men and women cheat and also sleeping with married individuals, okay? So I'm going to start this off by saying please watch this video at your own risk and at your own discretion, okay? And I also would advise only people that are 21 years of age and older to watch this content video. Or if you are below that age, please exit out the video right now and come back when you are of age to understand my theory and, just practical and common sense. Okay? And my point of view on things, and honestly, the truth, right? Because y'all know I'm real blunt, I'm real honest. I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing here. We gonna get down to the nitty gritty. So I want to start off by saying I believe that 99% of people in the world cheat. And why do I believe that? How do I know that? Well, there's only 1% of people in the entire world who have who haven't cheated in their lives. They haven't cheated in their past. They are currently not cheating, and they most likely will not cheat in their entire lives because that is just the way that they are set up. They are devoted people. They are committing, honest, true, authentic people. So yeah, but the 99% of people who do cheat, I believe they have cheated in the past. They are currently cheating right now, or they will cheat at some point in their lives. And understand that I'm not excluding neither man or woman. I'm talking about everybody in this content video. So, please don't get in your feelings. At least not at this point, because I have a lot more to say. So yeah, I just believe that people have cheated in the past. They will cheat. They will cheat at some point in their lives, or they are currently cheating right now. All right, let's get deep. Now, me personally, I haven't cheated before in my life. I have my experience with relationships, and it's just not in me to step outside of my relationship and go sleep with another person. And that is the God honest truth, right? But we have to be aware of everyone on this entire world, everyone in this life. We all have our own set of eyeballs, and we all have our own feelings and emotions. And most importantly, in this topic itself, we all have our own perspectives on how things happen, what happened, etc., etc. So for me, in all of my past relationships, I know for a fact that I haven't cheated on any of my partners because that's just not me. If I'm in a monogamous, committed, loyal, faithful, respectful, trusting relationship, why would I feel the need to step out and sleep with the next person? That's not in me. But do I believe have my partners of the past cheated on me? Yes, in multiple ways. I've been emotionally cheated on. I've been physically cheated on. And at those points that I have been disrespected and let down and disappointed and all that, I chose to walk away from all of my relationships of the past. Like, you're not gonna play me. I'm the type of woman that I know my worth and I know who I am. And, when I pull up, I don't just pull up with the table. Like, I am the table and every fucking thing on it, because I don't just provide sex in my committed monogamous relationships. I provide support, guidance, friendship. You understand? I provide a fucking a union. You understand what I'm saying? Loving, caring vibes. I provide everything. And then I can be domestic. I can be very maternal. If I wanted to, I can be in a committed, faithful, loyal relationship at this point in my life. And if I wanted to, I can be at home, being the stay at home wife, the stay at home mother, taking care of kids, cooking, cleaning, just taking care of everything from the inside of the household, while I let my man go out there and work this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, like, I am very independent. I have always been independent my entire life. Like, and anybody who has been blessed, with the opportunity to be in my present and be in my presence and be in my life, then they know that. Like, Raya J been independent, getting her own money, making her own moves, setting the boundaries and standards for her life, staying authentic to who she is, and with a person, you know, with a person being independent comes, it can come like insecurities, in the relationship. It can come with, you know, toxic masculinity. It can come with somebody feeling like, I'm emotionless, because although I look very feminine and, I do act very feminine for the most part, but at the end of the day, I'm a Libra. So I have great masculine qualities and I have great feminine qualities that makes me who I am. So when it comes to relationships, a lot of people just can't handle who I am. Yes, I will cook, I will clean, I will die taking care of my kid, but at the end of the day, I do love to work outside of the house. I do like to go out, go. I have a great quality of feminine and masculine energies, right? So with that being said, it's like, and that's just me talking about myself. I choose at this point in my life, I'm 26. I'm very independent. A lot of people want to know, why am I single? I'm single because I'm so focused on myself. Like, like, I'm so focused on myself, my business, my empire, like laying the foundation for my life. I'm so focused on my motherhood and my soul and my self love. Like, I don't have time to be out here clocking where my nigga at. What is he doing? How is he feeling? And like Nick Cannon says, like, I don't want to be, in charge and responsible for somebody else's happiness. Like, that's not my job. Like, people, we all as individuals are in charge of our own happiness, and our own peace and love. And when you decide to come together in a union and a relationship, then that is, tread at your own pace, at your own risk. That is your business. But never should I have to put my happiness and my peace and love on hold because I'm catering to my man. I don't believe a relationship should work like that. And honestly, there's a lot of relationships and marriages out here being worked like that. And I just care to differ. Like, I just feel like, ladies, I'm gonna talk to the ladies and I'm gonna talk to the guys. So, just clutch your pearls, man. Clutch your cojones, because it's gonna get real. Like, from the time that us women are children, we are taught to, like, get married and find the perfect guy and, settle down, have children, and, forgetting about your career, your dreams, your self-love, and really just putting yourself on a back burner to take care of a man, your partner, to take care of children, and, live a life like that. And honestly, for me, that is a life of stress. I am not going to be living a life of stress, but I understand that, you know, some women are okay with that. Some women are okay with living this maternal life, this stay at home wife and mother lifestyle, and forgetting about yourself, and then you wonder why, right? At the end of the day, you wonder why, You done pressured this man to marry you, and you know he doesn't want to marry you. He doesn't want to marry you because a man that wants to be married will ultimately propose from the times of 3 months to 3 years. And I believe that. And if he doesn't, right, he doesn't want to get married. And, you all pressure your guys to get married and settle down. And, let's make it official, official. Why? Why though? Because the government says so? Like, marriage is man-made at the end of the day. I am the type of person where, yes, I do believe I do believe that two people can be in a monogamous relationship and make it work, be committed, loyal, faithful, honest, loving, have friendships, have a whole family vibe going on. But at the end of the day, when it comes to us pressuring these men to conform, right, to ultimately conform to societal's way of happiness, getting married, having children, settling down. These men don't want to do that. And and this is to my ladies, you all pressure your guys to get married. And first of all, let's think of the relationship. Let's think of the relationship, right? Before you all got married. Most men have cheated on their lady, right? So if he cheated on you in a relationship, who's to say that he won't cheat on you in the marriage? I just think it's like common sense. Like, if I'm with a dude or a chick and I get cheated on, why would I go ahead and marry the person? Now, I'm not taking away from the fact that people can change. I do believe that people can change, things can change, and everything. Life is changing right now. The world is changing, people are changing, the season is changing. you know. So I believe that people can change, but I just believe that I just believe that women, like, we have to stop being, first of all, we have to stop settling. We have to stop being fucking dumb and full of cum. We have to stop being so naive. We have to stop being so fucking desperate. Like, you desperate to get married to do what? To do what? For real? Like, to get a fucking ring on your finger? To walk around and then the whole world knows that you're getting cheated on? But because you're married and, this man, you got this man to marry you. And you having all his kids, and yeah, he takes care of the bills, he buys you nice things, cars, hills, jewelry, you all have good credit. All of that is Gucci great. But sis, do you want to die from stress? I'm gonna be here to tell you right now that the number one killer is not murders. It's not cancer, AIDS, HIV. It is not. The number one killer in this life, on this world, is stress. It's stress. So do you want to ultimately lose your life because, you saw the red flags in a relationship and you were so desperate and fiend out to be married to this dude because, whatever, because we was together for 5 years, we was together for 10 years, so why would I not marry him? No, sis, that's settling. So now you married, and 20 years later, you crying, weeping, and telling your stories and stuff, and still trying to get that man to cut it out, Stop hunting in the street, stop fucking bitches. Like, I just feel like we all need to wake up and stop the fucking bullshit. Like, you know who your man was when you married him. You knew who he was in a relationship. But you was fiend out and so desperate to be with this nigga that you ultimately settled. And look at your life now, sis. Are you living your dreams? I would doubt it. Are you pushing towards your goals? I would doubt it. You at home raising 4 to 5 kids, miserable, stressed. Like, I can't believe I picked this nigga. I can't believe I married this nigga. Because at the end of the day, us women, we have a woman's intuition, baby. And none of y'all are fooling me with that. Oh, but I love him. And he was my first, and he was my high school sweetheart, and but he, we went to counseling, and he's changing. It's not as bad as it used to be. Like, all of those words and all of those excuses and reasonings are BS. It's BS. And at the end of the day, we all have to make the best decisions for our lives. And thou shalt not judge. I'm not here to judge y'all. I feel like some women are, they are okay with being complacent. they are okay with being content, with being in their marriage, and having that whole family structure, because they want to put up this facade out into the world that, look, it's me and my man and all of our kids, and we got this whole family union going on. But at night, sis, you're miserable, you're stressed, you're crying. You probably doing drugs, overdosing on food or whatever. You probably just so obsessed with your man, and I just don't believe that that's unconditional love. I honestly, I just don't believe that love hurts. I don't believe that love is settling for something. I don't believe that love is heartbreak. I don't believe that love is stress. But hey, to each his own. And at the end of the day, I'm just here to make y'all think. Like, I want you all to start using your brains and really to start living your most fulfilled lives. Like, Allah has blessed every one of us here on this life with our own purpose, talents, and our own individualities. And you don't need a person to be happy. You don't need to be married to be happy. You don't need to have kids to be happy. You understand? You can be happy right now if you just do some soul searching and look inside of your inner self. Find really who you really are. It's not too late, sis, to be living your dreams and working toward it. Living in your purpose and pushing towards your goals every day. It's never too late, because at the end of the day, you're going to have to live with your own decisions, and you may have regrets, you know like we all, every one of us on this life, we have to live with our own decisions that we make on our lives. And at the end of our lives, we are going to have to die with those decisions. And some of us may have regrets, but I'm going to stop jumping down y'all throat. I'm going to talk to the guys. Like, you fellas, are something else. You fellas, man. Woo, where do I start? You fellas, most men that I'm gonna start off with, like, my childhood, and the guys that I was raised around, and my family, and friends and all that kind of stuff that I grew up around. I've seen, like I said in the beginning of this video, I've seen 99% out of the 100 guys that I know, right, in my life and grew up around and all this kind of stuff. They all have cheated. All of them. I don't know one guy who didn't cheat. I believe my father cheated on my mother. I believe my godfather, which I call my father as well, he cheated on my godmother, which was his wife. I've seen I've seen brothers cheat, cousins cheat, uncles cheat, I've seen boyfriends cheat, and it's really fucking despicable to me. Like, it is disgusting. I just believe that it takes a man to actually, it really takes a stand-up man because I believe that, like I said, if you didn't cheat in your past, you are currently cheating, or you will cheat at some point in your life. And I believe that people can change, right? So I'm going to use two people because I was been supposed to make this video, but I was just doing mukbangs, shopping hauls, and all this kind of stuff. So I'm just now getting into it. So I'm just trying to gather all my thoughts, making sure that I get everything in this content video that I want to say, because I want to make sure that y'all hear me. And not only I want y'all to hear me, but I want y'all to think and understand, right? So I can only, like, when I was like, damn, who's two guys I can think of at the top of my dome that maybe they cheated before, but they are not cheating anymore. And I thought of DJ Envy. Now, we all know him from The Breakfast Club. And I thought of Tony Gaskin. If you don't know who that is, follow him on Instagram, subscribe to his YouTube, because he is really a man of God, and a lot of you fellas out there, and even us women, we can learn a lot from him, because he is someone who, all right, I'm going to start off with DJ Envy. DJ Envy, I'm sure, has cheated on his wife multiple times, but the biggest affair that we know about, the public, is when he cheated on his wife with Erica Mena, who is now Safari's wife. So after that whole affair, his wife was not effing playing with him. His wife was like, listen, if you're going to have me out here looking stupid, effing these, and I'm going to get into this too, effing these hoes and sluts, right? Then I'm going to leave you. This marriage is going to be done. We can co-parent, whatever. DJ Envy knows that he been with Gia since they was high school sweethearts. That is really the love of his life. And when you start working in a certain career field, or you start going through different life changes, or your man ego starts to talk to you a little bit more than it has in the past, you want to go and sleep with another woman outside of your marriage. And she was going to leave him behind that. And he was so scared that he was like, you know what, I got to get it together. So they went to counseling, they pray, and they patched their union back together. So I believe at this point in time, DJ Envy has not slept with any other woman beside his wife. He is being faithful, loyal, honest, and taking care of his family as a man should, right? A man that wants to. So he's a great example of that. Now also, DJ, I mean, I said DJ Envy, Tony Gaskin. Tony Gaskin is a man that was brought up, he's a black man, obviously he was raised by his family, and he grew up seeing all the men around him cheat on their wives, cheat on their woman. So he grew up thinking that was okay. So in his teens, he was a hoe, in his early 20s, he was a hoe. But it wasn't until he met his wife that he realized, I'm in love with this woman, and I would die for this woman. I don't want to hurt this woman, because before they had got married, he talks about all of this. You all can check him out on YouTube, Instagram, and all of that. He's lit. Shout out to Tony Gaskin, man. In the beginning of the relationship with his, before it was his wife, so in the beginning of their relationship, he was clowning around. He wasn't really serious at first because he didn't know what God had placed before him, which was his queen, who is everything he has ever desired and everything he wants and need, right? So, he was playing around in the beginning of the relationship, and she was going to leave him. She was like, look, if you don't get it together, I'm out. You could go ahead and sleep with all those women you want to sleep with and play those games with somebody else, because I'm not going to tolerate that. And when I tell you, baby, he got in tip-top shape because he didn't want to lose this chick. He didn't want to lose the most beautiful, precious diamond that Allah has sent to him, to support him, love him, guide him, procreate with him, and start a union with, and, just being a committed, monogamous, loyal, faithful, believing, trusting, respectful relationship with. So he got his stuff together. And now today he has changed his whole life. He does not even look he does not even look outside of his marriage. He is fully engaged to his wife. He is fully into it all. And, he don't play that. He talks about it on his YouTube, like girls be trying to slide in his DMs, or he's a coach, about love and relationships. Look how good that man turned his life around. He turned his struggles and his promiscuous ways into a whole business, an empire. And he now coaches other men, to realize their worth, and then to, love their queens, the way that Allah wants you all to love your queens. Allah doesn't say disrespect your queen, cheat on your queen, hurt your queen, break up your family. Allah doesn't say that. Allah says love your queen, as he loves his queen, as he loves her. So, shout out to DJ Envy and Tony Gaskin for, admitting to your faults. Yes, you made mistakes in the past, but you didn't let those mistakes define you. You continue to soul search and ultimately change your life, and set your family up, right? Your whole family structure up for the better. Now, I want to talk about the terms slut and hoe. First of all, whoever made the terms hoe, slut, thot, and all of that, they need to kill themselves, for real. Because what makes me a hoe and slut? Like, for real, what makes me a hoe? And I'm not saying personally me, because I don't care if somebody even feels that way about me. Like, I don't give a fuck. So, take those opinions somewhere else. I'm here to make y'all think, and I'm here to make you all learn, and see a whole new perspective, and see my theory, and what I feel is the truth. So either you agree or disagree to me. You understand, you don't understand, you respect me, you don't respect me. I don't give a fuck. It's not stopping my bag. It's not stopping me as a person, and it ain't stopping how I'm blessed every day of my life. Okay, so whoever made these terms, hoe, slut, thought, gunta, to ultimately degrade women, they need to kill themselves. These terms were created, and I don't know where these terms originated from. I'm just speaking on how I feel. These terms were created to degrade women and to make women feel bad about themselves, while men can do whatever the fuck they want and fuck Keisha, Lisa, and Ashley all day outside of their relationships and their marriage when they signed up to be in these monogamous relationships. Okay, let's start off there. But see, me, a chick like me, society is not fooling me. The government is not fooling me. And you niggas out there ain't fooling me either. So, when it comes to me, y'all better come correct. So, yeah, ladies, just don't ever feel bad about, being promiscuous, or having your needs fulfilled, doing what you want and need, to make yourself feel like a woman and to make yourself feel better. These guys, they think that, because I picked you out of the whole bunch, that I can have you sit over here like a dog and say, stay, because there's a rock on my finger, or because we're in a committed relationship, but you out here dogging me. You got me out here in the streets looking stupid. Everybody know that you sleeping with two other chicks outside of your relationship, outside of your marriage, but everybody want to play dumb, and because you're the man, society says you can do it. No, I don't agree with that. I believe that we all have we all have a sex, right? And either you're a woman or you're a man or whatever you identify with, we all have a sex. And what you choose to do with that is your business. You understand? You don't let somebody control you like that. You don't let somebody control you like that, and it's honestly it's manipulation. You know, before today's time. Before today's time, I'm talking at the beginning of times of life, men thought they were slick, and they still think that they're slick. They marry, they marry a good woman, or the best woman they can find, right, to meet their standards and to ultimately settle, and to be okay with their ways so they can still do whatever outside of the relationship. And I don't agree with that. I feel like women, you need to really start taking a stand for yourself. Like, you are a woman of God. You are beautiful inside and out. You are smart. You are wise. You are strong. You are brave. Like, you are talented. You have purpose. Don't let these guys play out like a fool. Please. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is why I'm single today, because I'm like too smart for my own good. So, a guy trying to get with me, he knows that he needs to come correct, because I can see right through any person. Period. In a matter of 5 seconds. Give me 2 days. If you real good and hiding your shit, then I need like 2 to 3 days to look through your bullshit. You're not gonna play me. You're not going to play me. You're not going to come over here with these games. You're not going to manipulate me, use and abuse me, baby. I'm 26 and I have a very mature intellect, and I just have a very mature being because I have been through a lot. Like I said, I have my fair share of relationships in the past. I have lots of experience in this life, and there's some experiences that I haven't had, which is marriage, but whether I become married or not, it's not going to affect honestly who I am as a person. I want to be able to marry someone who is equal to me. That me and this person's soul understands each other. We respect each other. We're loyal to each other. We're here because we want to be here. And shit, I may even be open to open marriage. I don't know. Like, every day I'm still learning about myself. Like, but one thing a motherfucker ain't gonna do, female or male, when it comes to Raya J, is play me. You're not gonna play me like a fool, dog me out, cheat on me. You're not. I done been through all of that shit in my past, and the reasons why I am prospering today and I am still blessed and I am still alive and I am stronger, better, and wiser is because I have done the work on my inner self. At the end of the day, I have dug myself into some deep ass holes and I have been through some traumatic, painful, hurtful things in my life. But I wouldn't be who I am today if I would have let those things define me. Life is not about, what you have gone through, right? It's about getting through them and what you make of those experiences. Nobody never told me, and I've heard great advice from wise people in my life, and none of them has never told me, well, Raya, life is gonna be easy. No, no. I've always been told to pray, focus on myself, work hard, just be the best person that I can be, and I am so appreciative for all these wise people who have came before me and for Allah, and just the power of energy and law of attraction and all of that. Because I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for everything that I have been through, which is why I am who I am today. And which is the reasons why my future is just plainly success. Like, all I see is success in my future, and it's because I'm working hard today. I'm believing today. I am not settling today. I am respecting myself today. I am not depressed. I'm not letting any of my struggles and trials and tribulations, keep me down and define me. No, I'm staying 10 toes down, and I'm going to continue to push, and never give up, because that's what life is about. So I just want to say, like, women out there who, all your life that you have been promiscuous, and you like to multi-date, you like to have sex, all of that is perfectly fine, long as you're using safety first, okay? Because we can't be out here in these streets, slowly deteriorating. Because we want to live a fast life, but we know that we're not taking care of ourselves, inside and out. So that's very important. Like me, yes, I do have genital herpes. I do have HPV, and I did contract these diseases at a young age. 14, I was diagnosed with genital herpes, because my high school sweetheart, if you haven't, you could go ahead and watch that content video. It's like the third most viewed video on my channel. You can go ahead and watch that if you haven't already. But yeah, 14, I was diagnosed with genital herpes. My herpes doesn't define me. I am not my herpes. And as you can see, I'm very intelligent, very beautiful. I'm very spiritual. Like, I just believe, and oh yeah, and then at the age of 18, I was diagnosed with HPV, from my sperm donor that, we should have been using condoms. And he didn't tell me that he had HPV, and now I have it. And, at the end of the day, I am not my past mistakes. I am not my HPV, my herpes, my skin disease. Like, I am not any of this. You know what I mean? I am just a human being who has been through a lot of things. And I have learned how to live with myself. I love myself unconditionally. I, and I have now I have, did my inner work. I have, trust me, I have did the soul searching that I have needed to do. You cry, you pray, you soul search, you become celibate. You go, do whatever you need to do, work out, eat right, do everything you need to do, until you feel your soul getting back to who you really are, and now I know who I really am because I have been through all of those experiences, which is why I am able here today to preach to you all and, get you all's brains thinking, and, you all click on my channel and my videos because you all want that mental stimulation. You want to learn something new. And I love you all so much, my babies. Let me just segue that in there. So yeah, I just feel like, women, come on now. This is a new generation. This is a new time and day where, anything we put our minds to, which has always been a fact, but it's like today, us millennials and, the younger generation are becoming millionaires, because you're believing in yourself. You're trusting in yourself. You know that you don't need to, the old term for women used to be like, oh, You can find you a good man and marry him, a man with a lot of money. No, you don't. Come on now. That's stupid. You don't need to do that. Why do that to think that that's happiness? Happiness is from within. You have to love yourself, respect yourself, and be happy, peaceful, and loving within yourself. Don't look for no man to take care of you, because when the road gets going, he's gonna go and find him a younger, finer, you know, chick, and that's how it's always been, and honestly, some reasons, the number one reason why most men don't leave their marriage that they have been in for like 10, 20 years, and they know that they sleeping out on their wife, and their wife knows, but because he may have money and all of this, and the kids and all of this stuff, is because, and men, y'all know I'm speaking facts, like, because it's cheaper to keep her. Why leave your whole relationship and wife and all of that when you keeping your wife happy? You know what she likes, you know what she needs, you keep her in that same spot like a dog, like stay, because it's ultimately cheaper. You go ahead and leave her, then there's divorce, there's alimony, there's child support. Come on, man. And like I said, marriage, I believe, it's man-made. It's man-made, man. I mean, like I said, I believe that people can change. I believe in monogamous relationships. I just don't believe that we need to get married technically to have a beautiful life and a beautiful family. Like, I just don't believe that. Because they know that people, there's so many divorces, man. People get married just to get divorced. And at the end of the day, what is it costing you? It's costing you your sanity, stress, your money, Then you got to pay child support, alimony, and spousal support, man. And it's like, the government really knew what they was doing when they set up this whole marriage thing, right? Because they want you all women to be out here fighting over these men, fiend out for a ring, having all these children, marrying the man of your dreams, but you knew who he was before you married him, sis. So I don't want to see you out here pleading and weeping and crying about, he cheated on me. My heart is broke. I thought you loved me. I thought we was going to be together forever. It's like, ma, cut it out. I don't have compassion for women like that. Like, I know women right now that are getting cheated on their man, and they probably don't know at this point in time, but at some point you will know because you have a woman's intuition. But will you leave? The question is, what will you do when you find out that your man has stepped outside of your union? Are you going to leave? Most women don't, because they are complacent. They are content. And then I know some women who are getting cheated on right now. They probably was cheated on in the past and all of that, and they decided to stay. They knew that their man was cheating. For example, Wendy Williams. She knew Kevin was out there doing all that nonsense. But because she wanted to display this perfect old marriage and have a man to sleep with at night, and to have a strong man cuddle her and spoon her at night and woo her and all of this, a lot of people, they know what the truth is, but they like to just put up facades, in the public eye and act stupid, so when shit hits the fan and it's all out there like kaboom, it's like, I'm heartbroken. How could you do this to me? Like, oh, we was together for 20 years, and 20 years, ma, you was miserable. But shout out to Wendy though, because she has really dug inside of herself to find the strength to leave. That's one thing, man, when you have suffered for so long and now you finally get that breath of fresh air. You are no longer fuckboy. You are no longer got fuckboys around you. You are now stress free. You can now live your most real, raw, and authentic life for the highest good of Allah. Allah doesn't want us out here stressed, man, dying from stress. Stress is the number one killer. And do you really want to die because your man is out here cheating for your whole length of relationship? That he ultimately kills you because you're so stressed out about where is he at? What is he doing? Is he with that chick? Is he with the same bitch from 3 months ago? Ay Dios mia. Oh my God. Like, come on, man. I don't want to see none of y'all women out there dying from stress, and then Ti and Tiny. A lot of people are mad at Tiny because it's like, she can do way better than Ti. But you have to understand, once a man is feeding, first of all, Tiny and Ti is the perfect example, just like Wendy and Kevin. Tiny knew who she was getting into. She married a man much younger than her, was in the streets, fucking bitches. His career didn't even pop off yet. Now he has multiple business ventures and he has, so much money. He's so successful. And over the years, Ti has fed Tiny with lies. He has treated her like a dog, and I mean dog in the mentality of, I don't mean like actually a dog like Wolf. Okay, come on, y'all. I mean like a dog when they pick out the most goodest chick, the most best chick that they feel is gonna put up with their nonsense, and they marry her. You know why? Because she's going to tolerate his BS. She's not going to leave because this is a successful man that has tons of money, tons of business ventures. They have the whole children. They have all those children. They got the TV show showing a family structure. But come on, what's really going on behind the scenes, y'all? Tiny is hurting inside of her heart because she believed that when they took those vows, Ti would change. He hasn't changed. He ain't fooling nobody in his whole persona and his old image. He ain't fooling me, and I just hope that y'all wake up. Like, stop letting these men fool y'all and stop letting them manipulate y'all. Like, wake up, ma. Tiny been that chick even before Ti. She had a whole career. She has money. She has writing credits on multiple songs. Like, she is good. But because she loves Ti. I'm not gonna lie. She does, but she has become complacent and content. And he, buys her fancy jewelry and fancy cars and fancy clothes, and you know she probably feels like she won't find somebody that's better, and it sucks when a woman thinks like that. Like, there's always better out there, sis. You don't have to be content and complacent. You don't have to. Man, a lot of women out here, this is a fact, right? You heard it here first on Raya J's Reality. A lot of women here are not only going to die of heartbreak, but they're going to die of stress because you're constantly stressing about, is your man cheating on you? Is he out there with them side chicks? Where is he? He's not answering the phone. He didn't come home tonight. But then he comes home with a new 24 karat gold necklace, flowers, the new Balenciagas, the new Giuseppe's, the new YSLs, Christian Dior's, and girl, at the end of your life, none of that is going in the grave with you. But what's going in the grave with you is your peace. Peace is inner peace, man. Your peace is way more important than any success, any money, any materialistic thing, man. And I just wish people wake up. Like me personally, I was supposed to do this video a while ago because when I did that content video, that whole like almost hour long vlog, and it was like fucking a married man. I was supposed to do this follow up video to give you all this great content. But like I said, I got caught up in so much other content that I was just like, yo, I need. But over the past few days, I was just like, I need to do this content video because my soul, like my soul speaks to me. I'm all in my head all day. My heart is like, beating and alive. And, I'm just getting so much energy all day, every day, right? But the things that I pick up the most, I make a content video about it because that means that I need to get it off my chest. I need to speak how I feel. So this topic just has been speaking to me for the past few days, and I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna do it today because honestly, I have 3 flare. I was messing with my face. Y'all know it. If y'all don't know, I have a skin disease, and if y'all see my face start looking like spots on my face, and then that I've had a few flare ups. Because I was eating a lot of cheese or whatever, stressed, or I was picking at my face, and then I made it worse. So yeah, I was picking at my face. I made it worse. So I got 3 flare-ups now, and it don't look as bad as it looked this morning. Yesterday, because I popped them. So now they're gonna heal, and y'all gonna see my next few videos. My skin is gonna get better, but that's what happens. Things gotta get worse before they get better, right? That's what they say. Is that true though? I think it's true. I believe with it. I believe. I believe. I believe that. Probably like 85%. I believe that. So y'all know I did that content video and I was telling y'all, how I'm fucking a married man, but I kind of have good and bad news right at the same time. We not fucking anymore. We fuck twice. For me, he's not the first married man that I have slept with. My first married man that I slept with, I was actually 16 years old and I was pimped out to my friend's Dominican boss. And I actually did a story time on this, on that story. So you can check it out. You can search Riot J in the search bar, search Riot J's reality story time pimped, or you can or you can go to my story time playlist and watch all my story times because they're all lit in their own ways. So yeah, go check that out. So I'm not gonna get into detail about all of that, but I'm just letting you all know I was 16 when I first slept with a married man, and most of the people that I've slept with was either my own, I was in a relationship with, they were single, and then, some of them were married and in relationships. But I'm gonna get into all of that. This particular guy, we fucked 2 times, and it was fun while it lasted. But he just started to, he just tried, he started to like try to persuade me to do things that I know in my soul and heart and my mind like I'm not comfortable with, and he was very persistent too. Like and the dick was good, but he was very persistent in asking me like, because when I sleep with married guys or guys that are in relationships, I set boundaries. I set standards in the beginning. So down the line, if we still fucking, you can't come to me with, oh, how would you feel about this? How would you feel about that? You can't come to me with that because I have already laid down that foundation in the beginning of what this is. You know what I mean, and what it's gonna be. So don't come to me asking me all these other different shits because it's just not gonna happen. And in the past, I probably would have compromised with. I'm pretty sure I did compromise with myself, to please the next person. But today, where I am fully aligned with who I am. And, you can't come to me and ask me to compromise on myself, my values, my morals, and, my boundaries and my standards that I set for my life and myself. You can't come to me and ask me to compromise because it's not going to happen. Like, I'm fully engaged with who I am, and where I'm going and what things are, and most importantly, what I'm comfortable with as a woman and what I'm not comfortable with, what I'm gonna put up with and what I'm not gonna put up with. So he calls himself hitting me up a few days ago because like I said, we fuck 2 times and that's it. We don't talk no more. That's it. Go back to your wife, find a new side bitch or whatever. So he calls himself hitting me up like, yo, how would you feel about this? And I'm like, no. So he, went on, try to persuade me and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, like I said what I said, stop asking me. So he hit me up the next day. Hey, hun, did you change your mind about what we talking about? I'm like, absolutely not. Like, stop asking me that. Like, you know, if this road has ended between us, then God bless, and that's me. Like, I don't argue with people. I don't have to, degrade someone and call someone names. I'm a simply chuck up the deuces and be like, God bless. That's just who I am. And that's why I ultimately do have good karma. Some of you may choose to differ because I am telling you all how I do sleep with married men and guys in relationships. But I have good karma. Outside of that, I'm a great person all around the board. And at the end of the day, I don't have nothing to prove to nobody except the Lord. The Lord knows my heart. He knows what I reveal and what I conceal. And at the end of the day, my will and the end all be all is in His hands. And I believe that, and I know that for a fact. So I do a lot of things, y'all. I do a lot of things, but what I don't do is at this point in my life compromise my standards and my boundaries. So this particular guy, he couldn't understand that. He couldn't handle that. So now we're not fucking anymore. We don't see each other anymore, and that's fine. Like, you have a whole marriage to attend to, or you need to go attend to your wife and do what you're trying to ask me with her. You know what I mean? Like, the fuck.
Oh
And
yeah, and before I go, I just want to say one thing.
I was gonna say something
Don't ever
else.
think that I'm out here, clocking a bitch man, and
Damn, I was gonna
I
say
want your
something.
nigga, this, that, and the third. I don't
I'm
want
talking so
nobody's
quick. I was
nigga.
gonna say something
If
else.
he wants me, then I will have
I'm
a
an
good
out
night with
here. You
him,
know what I mean? Like, I'm
a
not the
good
person who
hour or
cancel
whatever,
things
and
that
send him back
stop
to
me
your
from
mom. So
prospering, and
don't
being
ever get it
blessed of the
twisted.
Lord. Um, what else I was gonna say something else. Oh well, anyways, I can just jump into this. Um, the longest length that I have slept with a guy that was either married or in a relationship was almost 2 years. Me and this guy, we was fucking for almost 2 years, and the sex was great. We had a really great time. I mean, I provided him with the services that his girlfriend didn't provide him with, or I think he wasn't comfortable with asking her for certain things. I just believe that at the end of the day, as long as you're not hurting somebody, and you're not murdering somebody, physically hurting somebody, and you know, murdering somebody, and you're not hurting children. I believe that we are all here and we have sex, which is either the vagina or the penis, and I just want us all to stop walking around here like we're all holier than thou. Like we're not horny and we don't want sex, and we're not horny all the time. It's things of that nature. Yes, all of us have different sex drives. Me, I have a high sex drive. I am a very sexual person, and I think I shared that with y'all, my babies. I am a very sexual person. I'm very sexual with myself and others, and that's just my truth. And I'm not afraid to talk about that. I feel like, a lot of women, you let society and you let these men, like, change you. You let things and people change you, and you're not really being yourself. Like, speak up and let people let your partners and people know, like, that you're horny and you want to have sex. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with that. Just because you're a woman, it's like you only supposed to get dick, and you only supposed to have sex with a person when they want you. No, what about what you want? What about what makes you feel good, what you need? Like, I think that's very important as a woman. And I feel like a lot of us, we're just not living in our truth, man. I'm just a very truthful person. A lot of people cannot handle my truth, and a lot of people are not ready for my truth as well. But I'm gonna continue to be me, and I'm gonna continue to be me, and that's all that I can do. And I just hope you all continue to love me, support me, and respect me for that, because there's not a lot of people like me. Just being bluntly honest and putting their truth out there, and not giving a damn while doing so. Oh, what I wanted to say was about that guy, the guy that I was sleeping with. I just feel like for me, all right, I just lost it again. For me, you know, sex for me is not just sex, it's actually art. I'm an artist in this life, and sex for me is honestly an art. And if it's done right, and if it's done with the right people, where you all can come together and have this like climax and this like exchange of energy for a moment, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. And then like a lot of us are, we all want to have sex. We're all sexual, and we all whether you're in a relationship, you're married, single, or whatever, you want to have sex, okay? Because you want to let off those endorphins, right? Which is that great energy, and that releases, right, when you have sex. It releases tension, stress, and also with us loving sex. We also, I believe that everybody has fetishes. If you don't have at least one fetish, you have fetishes. And most guys in relationships or that are married that I have had sex with, they have fetishes, and they're interested in certain things, but because they feel embarrassed and like shamed about what they like and what they're into, they don't do it with their wives. They don't do it with their girlfriends, because it's like, she's gonna judge me, she's gonna think this and that. And oh God, why do I keep losing it? When I get it again, I just need to just say it. Yeah, fetishes. Like I have fetishes, you know. I'm sure you have fetishes. We all have our preferences, and we all just need to start being honest and live in our truths, man. You like what you like. You don't like what you don't like, and be honest about that. You know, stop and also stop making people feel bad for what they like. Like I said, as long as you're not hurting somebody, murdering somebody, or hurting children, I believe that you have the right to like what you like, okay? And this is with all of my guys, like, this is what I talk to about them. I talk to them about, you know, fetishes, and I get them to open up, and eventually they open up with me because I'm just like a non-judgmental person, and I'm just an open person, you know. Like, you can come to me with shit and be like, hey, this, blue, blah. And I'm like, oh, word, wow, that's cool, that's what's up. No, I've never done that, blah, blah, blah. And it'll be cool, you know. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell y'all, and don't try to figure out. You know how I told y'all, like, he was trying to get me to, like, he asked me, the married guy. He asked me, am I okay with this? And I'm like, no, no, absolutely not. And don't try to even guess what it is, because most likely you won't even, you won't even guess right. Like, you don't know. Just know that certain things I'm comfortable with, and certain things I'm absolutely not comfortable with. So, any motherfucker can't come to me and ask me to switch up on myself, because I won't ever do that. I won't ever compromise my happiness, peace, and love for the next person. Because at the end of the day, I have to live with my decisions. I have to be, when I lay down at night, I have to be okay with what I did in a day. I have to be okay with what I said, what I did, and how I acted, how I treated the next person. And yeah, that's just that. Did I say everything I wanted to say? Men and women cheating. Oh, and also stop, yo. And I know there's gonna be a lot of people in my comments when I did that vlog, like fucking a married man, making empanadas and all that. If you haven't, go watch that. It's like I mean, set your time aside to watch it, because it's almost like an hour long vlog. But watch it. It's very entertaining. And I just want to tell the world, stop shunning women who decide to sleep with a man that's married. Like, it is not your business to judge the next person and shun someone because of the decisions that they are making. Everything is up to the Lord, and the sooner we all understand that, the better off we'll be. Because you sitting here throwing stones from a glass house, stop it. We all have made some decisions that we have to live with at the end of the day. But it is not for the next person to judge. Like, I know so many women who have slept with married men, and that's their business. But how about nobody talks about? But what about the men? These single men out here that are sleeping with married chicks. I'm sorry, bro, to let you know, but while you're at work, driving a truck, or you're on a business trip, or whatever the hell you're doing, your wife is getting pounded out, bro. By the young single guy in the neighborhood. What do you think? Like, she doesn't have needs? She doesn't need dick? Like, come on, stop it, yo. Stop it. Like, I know so many guys who have slept with married women, and it's like these guys are bigged up on it. Oh, word, you smashing her, you hit that? Whoa, bro, well, that's what's up, blah, blah, blah. Like, from a young age, you men are taught to hit anything moving, and it sucks. But us women, we're more promiscuous. We're more promiscuous than the average chick. We're more nasty than the average chick, more freakier than the average chick. And because we choose to, live in our truths and do what makes us happy, which is fuck, which is, what we're here to do. You all call us sluts and hoes. Like, I'm not a slut. I'm not a hoe. I am a beautiful human being inside and out. And I know what I like, and I know what I don't like, and I know what I want, and I know what I don't want. Like I said throughout this video, I am fully capable of being in a committed, monogamous, loyal, faithful, trusting, respectful relationship. But at this point in my life, I'm not interested in that. I'm only focused on myself, me and mine, and laying down the foundation for my life and my empire, and my future kids, my future, my grandchildren, and all this. Like I'm not interested in that. When you put somebody else's happiness before your own, you wonder why you will then live with regrets. You wonder why you will be living a stressful life, wondering how did I get here? But you got here because you put somebody else's happiness before your own, and I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. Maybe marriage is in the stars for me because I am a Libra. Um, I can name so many Libras that are happily married, and they are Cardi B, Kim Kardashian. There's a lot of Libras out there. Will Smith, Lil Wayne, Eminem. I think Heidi Klum. There's a lot of Libras out there that when the time is right and the stars align and we actually find the best fit for us, someone who understands our soul, that we'll lock it down. You know what I mean? But it has, for me, it has to be somebody who understands me, who loves me for who I am, who trusts me, who respects me, who's loving, caring, who's a friend first, who is supporting of my ambitions, and just who understands my life, my soul, and who's only about happiness, peace, and love, and only about staying determined, motivated, and focused on their own life as well. But we can come together and make this thing work. Like, I just want you all to know that I am only about happiness, peace, and love. I am only about staying determined, motivated, and focused. And I am walking in the alignment of stars that Allah has for me. And before you look at me and judge me for whatever decisions that I have made, that I am making, or I will make on my life, I just want you all to always turn around and look in the mirror, because we all got some skeletons in our closets. We all have done some fucked up shit. Made bad decisions and chose the wrong choice, but it's your life, and you have to live your life the best way you know how. And yeah, just don't judge me, man. Judge yourself, because I'm okay with who I am, and I know where I'm going, where I come from, and where I presently am at this moment in time. So this is almost like I think this is an hour long content video, but I just had to, y'all know I gotta get my shit out. I gotta speak how I feel, and I gotta give y'all mental stimulation. I gotta make y'all think, man. Use your brain. I gotta teach y'all a few things and open your eyes and stuff like that. Help you all grow, love, and evolve and stuff. And ultimately get to the next level of your life and get to the next level of your mental. A lot of people, we stuck at the surface. What we see, what we hear. It's what we know. But like, dig deeper, dig deeper in your soul to find out truly what do you see, truly what do you feel, what do you hear. Tap into that inner peace, man, because that's when you will actually start to grow, love, and evolve. I love you all so much, my babies. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Peace and love.